Again. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level noon.
Welcome back to Casey Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, where the finals of the 2022 Junior Indoor Cricket National continue. It is South Australia up against New South Wales in the under-18 girls Major semi-final, the top two sides duking it out for a spot in the final. I'm Cameron Walter, and it's so good to have your company throughout this final series. As I said, it's the major semi. South Australia up against New South Wales. They're both evenly matched, these two sides. Just take a look at some previous encounters that, well, in some respects, don't support that. A massive win to New South Wales the first time these two sides met. That was 125-14. And on the second occasion, much closer. This time South Australia 92-70. So who knows how this result will unfold today, folks. Looking forward to some fantastic indoor cricket action. It's the under-18 girls major semi-final. On the line is a spot in tomorrow's grand final. South Australia are batting first. Grace Pooley, the captain, is the bowler. Alana Gregory and Gemma Blake are out there for South Australia. First ball is a dot. We'll take you through the two sides. The New South Wales side, captained, as I said, by Grace Pooley, Grace Augustine, Cynthia Coghlan, Tyra Cooper, Michaela Colby, Rebecca Olofsson, Chris Stathis and Elizabeth Buckley round out the 8 for New South Wales. 2 there through cover point for Alana Gregory. She is the the South Australian captain. She's joined by Gemma Blake, Caitlin Sekafine, Charlotte Henderson-Whitehead, Ella Williams, Talia Keylock, Keely Stone and Jasmine Earle. The umpire is Robert Polson. And through cover point again, it's just pushed through for 2. So again, a bit of a weird one here, folks. That first encounter, an absolute shellacking. 111 runs saw New South Wales becoming victorious on that occasion. And 2 runs there. So you'd think they'd be in the box seat, but then for South Australia to come back in that second game and win it by 22 runs, it just shows that anything can happen. It's a fair delivery. And some players to watch, particularly with a bat for South Australia. Well, Alana Gregory, Keely Stone, Jasmine Earle and Caitlin Sekafine have all scored plus 100 for the week. And with the ball, well, Caitlin Sekafine and Jasmine Earle have been dominant, 11 wickets each. And that is a great shot there for 2 to finish the over for Gemma Blake. 8 runs from it, a good start for South Australia. Taking a look at the New South Wales side for some players to watch based on the statistics or less, at least. Cynthia Coghlan, 185 runs to her name, averaging 18.5 across the 10 games. She's one of 5 New South Wales players, along with Chris Stathis, Elizabeth Buckley, Grace Augustine and Michaela Colby that have amassed more than 100 runs for the tournament. We're back underway. This is Tyra Cooper over. Oh, almost played that on. It will be a dot, so we'll see them on third ball for the first time. So 2 consecutive dots. Puts the batters on third ball, and it means the score has to change on that delivery. So this is third ball, a real opportunity here for New South Wales. Here's Cooper. But short, it's up. It falls safe. There's a chance there from Gemma Blake. She knows it. She gets away with it, 2 runs. With the ball for South Australia, Chris Stathis. 16 wickets, that's huge. 16 wickets for the Carnival. And Rebecca Olofsson, no slouch either. So that's driven on the onside for 3. So they're the players to watch in what we expect will be a bit of a topsy-turvy game of indoor cricket. It'll be a dot ball. As I mentioned, on the line is a spot in tomorrow's grand final. The loser of this match will take on the winner of the minor semi-final. That's taking place right now between Queensland and Western Australia. Driven. Ball doesn't go to hand. They get through for 2 and brings the over to an end. Another good one for South Australia. 7 runs from it. They move to 15. Folks, it's great to have your company. We welcome everyone back to indoor cricket. The Opens Carnival, of course, coming to its conclusion last week. The Junior Carnival has been fantastic this week. Lots of brilliant young talent on display. And here's Rebecca Olivson. Push through cover point, a chance at the top, a direct hit, and that is out! The first wicket falls. Fantastic work there from the New South Wales fielder. Needed a direct hit, and she got it. Here it is on the replay. Straight to the hands of Cooper. She turned well. Good position and a direct hit. Quality indoor cricket. It's a dot. It maintains some pressure. It's driven. And it's through to the back net for 5. Makes up for that wicket. Excellent counter-attack there from the South Australian captain. Beaten outside off. And again, almost an identical delivery. And it will be third ball once again. Pressure here on Gemma Blake. Score has to change on this delivery. Full. Gets some batter on it. Another chance there for Cooper. It doesn't stick this time. And a single to finish the over. Just 1 run from it, courtesy of that wicket, the run out off the first ball through the hands of Cooper. A good little fight back there from New South Wales. Just see that not quite going to hand that time. It's tough there in that front court position. It's Chris Stathis now. She'll bowl the final over to this partnership. It's full and straight through. She's knocked her over. And another big wicket for New South Wales. Threw it right up there, did Stathis. Let's take a look on the replay. I thought probably slightly over pitched, but Blake, almost perfect Yorker length though, I suppose. Blake moved that front foot out of the way and bowled her. Well, that'll be a no ball, too high. We'll have that again. Take some of the pressure off. And a drop ball. And another dot. It's third ball once again. This will be the third time Blake's found herself on third ball. She's managed to negotiate it safely the 2 previous occasions. Can she do so again? Here's Stathis to Blake. Got to go. She does. They get away with 1. There's the South Australian captain back on strike. She's only faced 6 deliveries. Drives at that one. It's a chance, a direct hit, and it's out. It was a drop catch that turned into a run out. A great second effort from New South Wales. Have a look at this one, folks. A full-blooded drive from Gregory. Send it in the back court. Not a bad effort there from Coughlin, I believe it is, on the 3 line. And the second effort from Stathis off her own bowling. Another wicket falls. What a big over it's been for New South Wales. Final ball of the pair. Tucks it behind square leg for a single, and a great little period there for New South Wales. It's 10 runs to the opening pair for South Australia here in the major semi-final in the under-18 girls division at the 2022 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. Thanks for joining us here, folks. Lots of talent on display in the junior girls division. Of course, it's a bit of a breeding ground for superstars, these tournaments. Lots of young ladies have gone on to represent either their country in indoor cricket, or they're at the women's level, the open women's level here in indoor cricket, or indeed into the Big Bash and beyond. Now, it's Caitlin Sekafine and Charlotte Henderson-Whitehead on the court now for South Australia. Cynthia Coughlin is the bowler. We're back underway. Starts with a 2. There's a chance at the top. Oh, I tell you what, a direct hit would have been close, as I'm joined now by Jess O'Reilly from Cricket Australia. You've been in a couple of indoor cricket games in your life, Jess.
Just a few,
Yeah. How do you see this one so far? A bit of a nervous start for South Australia?
Absolutely. I mean, batting first in a final, it's what you want to be doing, I think. So to post 10 in the first pair, I think they probably would have been wanting 20 more. 20 or more. So yeah, definitely a nervous start, and probably their stronger pair as well. So bit of a fight back now for the SA girls.
And what do you make of the fact they've played each other twice? That first game, 111 run margin. The second game in South Australia turned around to win. I mean, obviously there are different combinations that each team can put on as they get through for a single. But what a turnaround from that first game.
This under-18 girls comp is really interesting. I think the first few days of the comp, no one really knew who was going to win. It was just, you know, teams would beat another team, and then they'd beat the team that beat them before. So it was, a really interesting first few days of this competition. And yeah, as you said, the makeup of that 8, which would assume now coming into finals, we've got the players that are most informed this week competing against each other.
Get through at 2 for the final ball of the over and move to 5. So you say 10's probably at least half of what that first pair would have wanted. What sort of a total do you think that they believe they can get to now with 15 on the board after 5 overs?
It's really hard. I think you'd still be wanting to get to 80, but I mean, finals are a funny thing. So you bat first, you put runs on the board. They're a pretty good bowling and fielding team too. So once you've got the runs on the board, it's for the other team to make them. So
it's driven to the fielder. There's single. Grace Augustine, the bowler.
The New South Wales girls are a really strong batting team too, but we saw them come undone a little bit last night against WA. So again, finals are funny, and in junior cricket as well, things can go either way, and indoor cricket is sometimes at its most exciting with low totals and teams being able to defend that. So game's never done.
Charlotte Henderson-Whitehead sending that one into the backcourt for 4. A big shot and valuable runs for South Australia. And how good has it been to see such a strong junior girls, the 18s division, 6 teams competing, everyone having a win or 2 or 3 or more. Good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, it's been a really weird comp. There's no, really strong or definitive winner. I think it was a bit the same with the under-14 boys comp, a really kind of even comp, which is great to see. After COVID, we didn't really know what we were going to get out of nationals at an opens or a juniors level with the 3-year break. So I love a good even competition because it just means we're seeing good cricket.
6 runs from the over so far, 1 ball remains. Tentative push back down the pitch. Brings the over to an end. 6 runs from it. This pair looking okay though. They will have to start the next over on 3rd ball. The other game taking place right now is of course the sudden death minor semi-final. That's between WA and Queensland. Western Australia on 35 midway through the 7th over, batting first. We'll keep you up to date with what's transpiring there. Kayla Colby's the bowler. Oh, I tell you what, direct hit would have been out, surely, Jess.
Yeah, it was looking close. These SA girls really struggling to find the nets. Lots of dots, lots of ones. It's a really big court here, this show court. They've just got to find a way to get those bonus runs off the nets.
Oh, how did that miss? Foolish length. You can see correcting her footwork. Have a look on the replay. Feet aren't quite there. It's moved away gently. Good ball. Here's Colby again. Oh, nice and tight on the legs. Through for a single.
Pretty handy bowler, Michaela Colby. Got to watch her bowl from up in the stand last night.
Moonlighting as an umpire, Jess.
Just getting it done.
Must be a bit of a relief to be a day and a half away from the conclusion of the fortnight of junior nationals. It's been a long time in the making.
Yeah, it's always a bit bittersweet this time at nationals, where you think there's so much has gone, and how is it actually finally the last day? And you know, a bit excited to be able to go home soon, but yeah, end of nationals is always a bit sad because they're just such fantastic tournaments and such great weeks of cricket.
Of course, with the 3-year gap, one ball to come for Colby. I think Henderson Whitehead looking to kick that one. Top ball to finish. They'll start the next over on third ball. Yeah, with a 3-year gap, got a lot of girls and boys in the boys divisions that would otherwise have played sort of, you know, they would have been in the younger age groups, 14s, 15s, you know, through to the 18s. They've not had that opportunity for 3 years.
No, and you look at the teams across the board, even in the Opens too, there's a lot of, when you look back at 2019, there's big grade jumps, or the girls who were bottom age 14s in 2019 are now aging out of this under 18 comp. So it's like a weird time loop we've gone through coming to these nationals, and yeah, seeing players who have kind of come straight out of the under 18s into Opens, or who are really young under 14s, are now kind of the best players in our under 18 comp.
And there's a 3 to Sekafine off the first ball of Rebecca Olofsson's over. A little misfielding in the side net. Handy runs for South Australia.
You take them however they come. Scoreboard says 3.
Oh, yeah. That one easily a no ball. Just didn't come out of the hand quite right.
Handy gifted runs plus an extra ball cam.
Yeah, love it. It's usually the only way I can make any runs. And usually the way I give them away as well. Oh, I tell you what, it's out. He took his time thinking about that one, the umpire, Rob Polson. This will be an interesting replay, folks. I think Sekafine just didn't get on her bike. Oh, she did. She had a fair crack at it. Slowed down at the end,
close.
maybe. Yeah.
I think it's out, though, and it's just not what SA would want right now. It's 4 balls to come now, and they're under 20 again. 2 pairs. Oh,
it's tight. It's so tight.
Can we get that in slower motion?
Yeah, look, I think that
freeze frame.
Direct hit, you always instinctively give that out, don't you? That's very tight. Follows it up with a wide.
That helps, but this pair, they need to get back over 20. Look at that.
Yeah. Great call from the umpire. Great vision, thanks to our broadcast partners at Sportscast Australia.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it's a great 2 to recover. Not bothered by the run out. They have been batting okay. They just New South Wales took a good wicket there, but these two still looking strong. Oh, chance. Oh, the one-hander.
Where did she pluck that from?
Look, I'm not a huge fan of the technique, but hey, she snaffled it.
The coaches can't believe it. They're on the side there, just face in hands going, how did you... Look at that.
It's good fielding and a big wicket. I was just talking about how these two had batted pretty well. These 2 wickets in this over have pegged them back now to 14. New South Wales looking strong. Driven straight to the field, another chance. Gee, a direct hit would have been very interesting. Final ball to the partnership. Oh, and beaten. What a great over that is from Rebecca Olofsson. Created that run out, sharp fielding, and then that catch opportunity again, sharp fielding. 0 runs from the over, 15 for the partnership. Just 25 on the board halfway through the innings. Jess, you're a South Australian. You put your South Australian hat on. How do you feel about now?
Oh, it's not ideal, but it's indoor cricket, isn't it? So you can go either way here, and there's still a chance at a score of 70 plus. And as I said, it's finals. I think anything's defendable in finals, and sometimes those lower totals are the harder ones to get. So definitely not end of the day for SA yet, and the 2 big pairs ahead now. So be interesting to see how these girls go.
So Ella Williams and Talia Keylock have the job of resurrecting this innings. As you say, 25's not exactly the end of the universe, but they'd want to be a bit further forward than this. So a big pair coming up. It's the premiership quarter. Elizabeth Buckley has the ball in hand for New South Wales. It's got all the hallmarks of a great indoor cricket contest, folks. I hope you are enjoying the coverage live from Casey Stadium here in Victoria. It's the 2022 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. And Cameron Walter, and with me, Jess O'Reilly. This is the major semi-final, so a double chance for these two sides. The winner will advance to tomorrow's final. The loser will take the winner of the prelim. It's actually Coughlin who's going to bowl this over. Bit of a change there, change of mind. Looked like it was going to be Talia Keylock, but they've gone with Coughlin.
I think Talia's having a bat.
Oh, sorry, I said Talia Keylock is the bat. Did I say someone else was bowling? Maybe I didn't. But look at that. Doesn't matter who else I said. Cynthia Coughlin has knocked the off stump over of Ella Williams, and gee, that hurts early in this pair. Have a look at this. Gently moving away. Oh, it's just clipped it, hasn't it?
That's just awesome bowling. Bit of work to do here for these SA girls.
There's a chance again. Just giving that out. The ball has to have hit the stumps on the way through. There's no way that's out otherwise. It'll be interesting. Let's have a look on the vision. Here's the replay. Okay.
I'm about to be upset here, Cam. My SA hat is on. Oh, that's a good hit. It's hit.
Yeah. And a great call again. That's a couple of close ones that Rob Polson has adjudicated correctly. And 2 wickets in 2 balls for New South Wales. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Not bump ball. The bat's hit the ground. That's what the noise was.
This is big for New South Wales. They're going to be so up and about. SA have to find something to really start building back on. That helps.
Yeah, it does. You've had 2 dots and 2 wickets in 4 balls. What is a massive relief. Two wides to finish what was otherwise a brilliant over. New South Wales looking rock solid at the moment. It's all Blues. With South Australia, 19 runs with some 7 overs to go.
You definitely start to be getting a bit nervous if you're in the SA camp now. It's gone back from, that 25 with half an innings to go to now back down to 17. And as you said, 7 overs left here, so big job ahead of them.
The score is 19, despite what the screen's showing you. And dot ball to start. Good to see plenty of people here in the stands here at Casey Stadium as well, following along the action. A couple of wides here, just taking some of this pressure off. Just a bit of a tentative push of that, not really getting the foot across to the ball either. Lucky to not get bowled.
Yeah, just really not looking comfortable at all, is she? Some good bowling as well. New South Wales have just been bowling really good, tight areas. And yeah, these 2 overs have been top.
It's third ball. Well, they get away with it. Ella Williams, I think, will be happy to get off strike there.
Sometimes that's all you need to do. You just got to get contact on something, a leg, a bat, a foot.
Yeah, I usually just run at it and kick it. Keep going. His Keylock face the last ball. It'll be a no ball.
Can't blame that on sweaty hands, Cam. It is so cold in this building.
Yeah.
My teeth are chattering.
Yeah, it's unusual for an indoor centre with a big tin roof. You know, the sun caning down on it all day for it to be so cold. But here at Casey, it just manages to do it, doesn't it? Maybe it's the height of the ceiling. Don't know.
Massive, massive, big space.
Yeah.
And it is quite cold outside today, Cam.
Yeah, we'll give him that. Michaela Colby, her second over. We're back underway. Finds
Oh,
an
what a
edge,
catch.
and yeah, it does well. Doesn't get it on the first grab, but didn't panic. Snatched it on the second. Another wicket falls. And ladies and gentlemen at home, it's all New South Wales here at Court 1 at Casey Stadium.
So it'll just be flashbacks to game 1, SA versus New South Wales for these girls in red.
That's a really well judged catch. It's even more difficult than it looked live. WA against Queensland in the other game, 72 with 3 balls remaining in the 12th. Tucked around behind square leg for a single. Well, this pair, they've just got to get back positive, and then they need the last pair to put on some runs. Give them something, anything to defend. Driven, bit of confusion. They go in the end. And they get through for 2.
Could have been a chance at either end there, Cam.
Yeah. Tentative running. Falling outside off. They had a dot ball. 1 to come.
This pair have struggled, but it can all turn around in 1 over. So they've got 7 balls left of this pair to find a way into the positives and get SA back on track. It's a nice shot for 1. Got two good batters to come, 2 experienced indoor cricket batters for this age group to come. So if these girls can find a way into the positives, put a couple extra runs on the board for them, just puts them, gets the momentum back for SA and puts the next 2 batters, I guess, ready on the front foot to come out and attack.
And I think if South Australia don't end up winning the game, then what's important for these 2 as they sit negative with an over to go is that they get some confidence back, because they will have to play in the prelim final. So it's an important over no matter what the outcome of the game.
Yep, absolutely. And prelim finals are always funny because the second chance team's coming off a loss, so
Yeah.
they're going to find a way back up again, and they're coming up against a team that's fought for a win in the morning and the excitement and the adrenaline, and not really sure ever which team I'd rather be, whether I'd rather be winning a elimination semi in the morning or coming in as the top ranked team. But strong teams, that 3rd and 4th, Queensland, WA. So whoever comes away second in this game here is going to have a tough game tonight.
Well, it's still anyone's tournament, there's no question. It's a no ball off the pitch. Cooper is the bowler.
And as we've said, and as we've seen all week, it's each game, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to win. games have been won by massive margins and then turned around and lost. So
driven through the covers, a chance. The fielding from New South Wales has been so sharp. A direct hit there would have been very interesting. Replay. Well done. Little juggle. Oh, it was so close. Would have been out. Back live. Hit for two. Another chance. A direct hit flick. Unbelievable. She was millimetres away on the previous ball. This time with a flick. Knocks the bails off. And another big wicket just as South Australia were fighting their way back into this partnership. This will be a great replay. Brilliant fielding, folks. Here it is. So again, it's off the net. She didn't turn and throw this time. It's the flick. And what a flick it is. Williams well short of her ground.
it's amazing fielding, Cam. And back down under 0 again. And you can see this in finals cricket. But what really hurts, I think, is the two pairs of 10 and 15 as well. It doesn't make for a pretty total. So big job for our last pair, who are looking a bit nervous at the back here, but they've got 4 overs and it starts again for them.
Another chance at the top. Throws a bit high and wide. Through for 2 to finish the partnership. Well, just 3 runs from it. 28 runs on the board for South Australia in the major semi-final. It's the 2022 Indoor Cricket National Championships, the Juniors Division. Under 18 girls. South Australia up against New South Wales for the winner. It's a place in tomorrow's grand final. The loser will have to play in the prelim final later today. We hope you are enjoying our coverage, folks. I'm Cameron Walter, with me, Jess O'Reilly, and work to do for Jasmine Earl and Keely Stone here for South Australia. Gee, wouldn't they love 30 runs, 30 plus here to get, 58. That's defendable.
Absolutely.
28, not so much.
No, they need 25 plus, but more than that, I guess you take a bit of confidence into fielding when you've got something to defend. It's indoor cricket, so anything can happen. But yeah, you don't go into the field with a lot of confidence if you're trying to defend less than 50.
Grace Pooley will be the bowler. And we're ready to get back underway.
Oh.
Threw it to begin with. Earl just playing across the line, shuffling out of her crease.
Oh, how did that miss?
Tell you what, I'm genuinely impressed with the fielding from New South Wales, but Coughlin there on the 3-line in particular, she's always in the game if the ball's anywhere near her. Tucked around behind square leg for 2. Miss being out there, Jess?
I do a bit, Cam. Watching the opens last week from the sidelines was a little bit tough, but...
Oh, straight through. Grace Pooley, wonderful bowling, and another wicket. This has been a great performance from New South Wales with the ball and in the field, but this one just goes straight through. Take a look. Wonderful bowling, top of off. You were saying, watching from the sidelines?
Yeah, it hurts a little, Cam. Really looking forward to getting home and playing a bit of Super League next week. I've penciled myself in to play in 2 divisions so that I can get a little bit of extra court time. So
excellent.
Missed quite a few games this season and then missed a nationals. So definitely itching to get back out there.
That's good to hear. One to come. My friends back home got the bug watching opens last week. We're looking at putting your team back in. It's been a while since I've been out there playing social cricket, so it'll be good to get back in. And at home, if you're looking to do the same, check out play.cricket.com.au and find your local centre. There's plenty of them around. Great way to get back into cricket, experience the magic of indoor cricket for the first time. Cricket in all its forms is a sport for all, especially indoor cricket. Elizabeth Buckley will bowl the 14th over. Fulham wide, beaten.
Just been really good bowling from New South Wales. They're bowling good areas. When South Australia miss, they're hitting. A little bit of movement too.
It'll be third ball now.
Just not confident batting out there, Cam. These two can really play their shots, but again, just look like they're just trying to defend or push at the ball, or not looking super happy out there. Oh.
It's 2.
Momentum swings really quickly in indoor, and this pair can set up what could be a really exciting fielding innings. And these two, they're leaders in the team. They're probably two of the older players in the team. If they can really find a way in the next 2 overs to just build a bit of excitement and confidence with the SA girls, they might not have a great total, but the energy and the momentum into the field will be really important.
Get a single. Brings the over to an end. 7 runs from it for South Australia, and 2 overs remain. Want to really desperately trying to push past the 50-run mark, give themselves an opportunity here. I'm pretty sure there's a guy up in the stands there eating Cocoa Pops with a soup ladle.
That's what it looks like, Cam. Bit of last couple of days of Nationals, trying to get through all the groceries back at the accommodation.
Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, what a shot! You said they can play their shots. And there it is. Jasmine Earl helps herself to 7 runs. And the South Australian boys in the stands love that.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, just missed a live delivery there. It's squeezed for 1 backward of point. Do you reckon he's got milk in those Cocoa Pops?
Well, I just saw him drink some strawberry milk after the Cocoa Pops, so might be mixing and matching his flavours up there. Washing down the Cocoa Pops with some strawberry milk.
That's keen. To have the metabolism of a teenager, huh? Just off the fielder there, into the net for 2.
And all of a sudden, this pair, it's just completely turned, hasn't it? They're up onto 18. The score is 46. You just feel a sense of, okay, it's a little bit better. A few more balls to go. They can find their way to 55.
All it's going to take is a couple of sparks in the field and they're away. Final ball from Grace Augustine. Oh, it's up and it falls safe. The good old up down. 13 runs from the over, a fantastic one for South Australia. This pair has moved to 20. They're keeping them in the hunt.
They deserved a little bit of luck there. Not a great shot, but
just 2 in the book.
It's 2, and they've found a little gap and 1 over to go here. All right, there's the Cocoa Pops.
Pink beanie too. Wow. Beaten that side off. There's dot ball to start. Chris Stathis is the bowler. Number 99. Driven. It's one run, well kept off the net by Pooley up here at the back of the court. Grabs another 2. They move past 50. Something. Anything to defend. 3 to come. It's driven straight to the fielder. The throw is just offline. Pooley had moved to protect the back court. Buckley needed a direct hit. It's good fortune.
Like to see Jasmine diving here too. She was well out, but the commitment to diving, we've seen a few close run-outs, and just the difference it can make with those dives. It's probably a bit hypocritical. I'm not a big diver myself, but
I don't dive for anyone.
dive into a pool on a hot day.
Keely Stone missed out on that one. It was full. Just moving away. Last ball of the innings now. Driven into the net. A chance for Coughlin. It is 2.
No.
Thinking about another one.
Oh no, get back.
Oh, my
Goodness
word.
me.
My word. Gets away with it. But 54 runs on the board for South Australia. Good little recovery from them. They have something on the board they can defend. It is the major semi-final in the under-18 girls division. Live from Casey Stadium. The Cocoa Pops are flowing. So were the wickets for New South Wales. A strong performance from them with the ball and in the field. And, well, it's great indoor cricket to watch. Here's some of the highlights from the fielding innings. And thanks for your company, folks. We'll do a quick check-in now. We can see the Court 3 game. Western Australia have scored 89 against Queensland as Jess O'Reilly takes a break from commentary. We'll keep you up to speed with that other game. South Australia looking to defend 54 here in the major semi-final up against New South Wales. I'm joined now on commentary by the New South Wales women's captain coach, former Australian player Sarah Coit. Sarah, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. You must be pretty happy with that performance in the field from the junior girls.
Yeah, very good performance. Hopefully we can back it up with the bat in hand.
Yeah, 54, it's obviously well below par for what South Australia would have wanted, but it is something they can at least make an effort at defending, so they'll need to start well. If you put yourselves in the South Australian camp, what would you be telling the South Australian players to give them the belief that they can defend this?
Well, you're always ahead until they pass you. Scoreboard pressure is definitely a thing still in indoor cricket, so I think New South Wales are going to have a lot of pressure on them to chase these runs down.
Absolutely right. So Rebecca Olofsson and Cynthia Coughlin are on the court for New South Wales. Alana Gregory, the South Australian captain, has the ball in hand. A vocal crowd, and we're back underway. Top ball to start. Always like seeing a captain bowling the first over. Get into the game.
That's it. Lead from the front.
There's an opportunity at the top. Needed a direct hit. Got one. But Olofsson was home. How good is it to have indoor cricket back, Sarah?
Yeah, it's been a massive 2 weeks. It's so great to see all the states come together, and even better to see Tassie back in amongst it.
For sure. Tasmania returning into the Open Men's Division and at the Under-16 Division here in the junior component. Through point for 2. Finds the net again, another 2 runs. Have you often found lower totals are somewhat contradictory, but they're tougher to chase?
Yeah, especially when you're in a situation where you need to win the game. The lower the score, generally, yeah, it is harder to chase it down. Just from that pressure that's been put on by yourself as a player anyway, but the expectation to chase the lower score as well.
And dot ball to finish. Fairly even start, but 7 runs for New South Wales. They'll be pretty happy with that start in pursuit of South Australia's 54. Very vocal South Australian crowd here in Victoria.
Vocal New South Wales team as well. My young ones getting ready for the prelim final at 3:30, but one of our youngest is up there trying to rev up all the New South Wales crowd.
Excellent. They have a cheer battle happening soon. Runs behind the legs. Keylock is the bowler. So you're coaching the 14 boys?
No, 15's girls.
15's girls.
Yeah, yep.
And you've got WA in the prelim, 3:30.
Yep, that is correct.
Exciting times. That'll be available on our Court 3 stream, folks. Cricket Australia Indoor YouTube channel, one of 5 games after this one to come live from Casey Stadium. Keylock continues. So it's a long fortnight from you, captain coaching in the Open Women, and then coaching down here in the 15s. What was tougher?
Definitely coaching. Playing is way easier than coaching.
Another leg side. Can't afford these extras, South Australia. Don't have many runs to defend. Can't afford to give any away for free. Oh, it's up and taken. The first wicket falls. They are pumped, the South Australians. Is that the spark they need? It's the skipper down there in the front court who took a well-judged catch in the end. Here it is on the replay. It's tough off the net. It dropped a little bit more than I think she thought it would, but still managed to glove it. One to come. Another chance if that had gone to hand, but 2 runs and a better over for South Australia, but still 5 runs from it for New South Wales. They've made their way to 12. Plenty of atmosphere here at Casey Stadium. If you're in the area, come on down. Check out some of the quality indoor cricket on offer. You'll see a replay of that catch. Made even more difficult by the point fielder having a go at it too. Gemma Blake, be the bowler now. Of course, lots of cricket coming up, not the least of which includes the Australian women's side going away to the Commonwealth Games. Sarah, be watching that with interest?
Yeah, I'll definitely be following that along. It's crept up really quickly, actually.
Certainly has. Squeezed in for 2 runs. Good to see Jude Coleman as assistant coach of that side.
Yeah, Jude's brilliant, and great to see her inducted into the Hall of Fame as well at the presentation just gone. Very, very deserving, such a hard worker and great with the girls.
100%. And a wonderful speech from her as well on her induction. 2 runs there for Cynthia Coughlin. Inducted by another Hall of Famer, Donna Dolby.
Another one of the greats.
Drop ball. Going to need another wicket or 2 here, South Australia. The freebie. Coach killers, Sarah.
I think the extras have been one of the top scorers in every single age group that I've been watching. It was very much the same for opens too.
Struggling for a bit of control throughout all divisions in both tournaments. And 2 to finish. 9 runs from the over. Another good one for New South Wales. Really important over coming up here. If this pair can put on 30 plus, well, that's going to take the air out of the sails of the South Australians. But a wicket or 2 will get the crowd pumped. Well, the South Australian half of it anyway.
That's right. 1 wicket changes the game. As you've seen with the boys previously, They take a few quick wickets and you just don't know what's going to happen. Who can handle the pressure?
Two runs to Olafson. It's off the net. Another single, just keeps the scoreboard ticking over. Kalana Gregory, the captain of this side, also played in the South Australian under-22s.
Big 2 weeks for her too.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's doing it.
No ball off the pitch in the last over. They get the runs and the delivery again.
There's been quite a few underages that played up in the Open, so this is their second week of playing. You can imagine how they'd be feeling. A lot of pressure on them, playing the Opens and coming back into their respective age groups. So Grace Pooley done the same thing, and Tanae Crawford from WA.
Plenty of energy.
Too much.
Oh, to be young.
Those were the days.
Final ball, his first partnership. Beaten, outside off. It is a dot to finish, but 27 on the board. A great start from New South Wales. They're halfway there with 12 overs remaining in this, the major semi-final in the under-18 girls division between New South Wales and South Australia. Well, from New South Wales, Sarah, you'd be happy with that start, surely?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a lot of pressure off that second pair. Coming in, knowing that they're already halfway there, there's not really that much scoreboard pressure on them. So skins are irrelevant here. All they have to do is make sure that they get across the line.
Colby and Buckley on the court now. Here's Henderson Whitehead. And if I ask you to put yourself in the South Australian camp again, what do you say if you're the captain or the coach? You're just trying to give them some belief that they're still in this game.
Yeah, I would say that if there was a pair to take down, it's got to be this second pair, and really put third pair under the pump. If they can take 2 or 3 wickets in this, in the first 2 overs of this pair, it really puts them on the back foot, and all of a sudden that pressure starts to be built. You just don't know what's going to happen in those last 2 overs.
Third ball, beaten. Oh, had to take it. And South Australia, an opportunity goes begging there. Keeper just couldn't glove it. You'll see here on the replay, it's third ball, so the score's got to change. Beaten again, doesn't glove it. And just the second effort wasn't quite quick enough.
It's the one they needed.
Henderson Whitehead bowling a brilliant over. 3 dots so far. And that missed stumping. Oh, and again. Third ball again. What a great over. Got to convert this time, South Australia.
I think this New South Wales pair needs to be mindful of the position that they're in at the moment and just play some safe shots.
Gets that away to the net. Does Buckley. Third ball safely seen off, and 3 runs from what was otherwise very tidy over.
Yeah. Don't know why you need to play that shot in this situation, but that's all right.
Well, that's that, even though they're in a really strong position, absolute box seat position, it just shows the pressure that's still out there and how it affects the decision making of these young ladies. Definitely. Jasmine Earl is the bowler now, the 6th over of the innings. It's kept off the net. It's a single. Oh, man. She's almost played that on around her legs.
They just need one to go their way, South Australia.
Oh, how was that missed?
One needs to go their way here. And I think that you'll find this pair is under a lot of pressure once that first wicket happens.
She's glided it too much.
Okay, some of these no ball heights have been questionable.
It's got to be when the ball is passing the crease, right? So if you reach out that far, it might be over waist height, but not necessarily a no ball.
Yep.
Of course, if it's off the pitch, it makes life a bit easier. Let's have a look. I think, yeah, this is the replay. So dropping, played out in front of her.
Got to be mindful as well of her foot coming out of that crease too.
Yeah, good point. Just struggling for some control here, Jasmine Earl, and taking some of the pressure off New South Wales in this low run chase. They're just 15 runs away. Almost saw New South Wales defend 62 in the men's, the under 18 boys major semi. It's up. Oh, and she's dropped it. 3 efforts at it. Can't quite believe it. Another chance goes begging. She juggled it, and it just wouldn't stick. Here's the shot. It's an aggressive one from New South Wales. It comes off the top. She got a good look at it, 2 hands to it, and it just didn't want to sit in there.
Did well to get up and stop it from hitting the back net, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I thought for sure it was going to turn into 5, but it was a good, I guess, 4th effort at it.
Good awareness, really.
Here's Gemma Blake. Saying New South Wales nearly defending a low total of 62 against WA, so
yeah,
we know that in these pressure games it's possible.
Yeah, that's right. I got a good look at the end of that game, and those boys, they really did that front court, had a real presence in there, creating a lot of pressure, created a lot of wickets as well. So, you know, if this SA front court can have one stick to their hand, you'll see the game turn, swing right in their favour.
Chipped off the net. Just a little opportunity there. Keeper's end. Through for the single. Little swat pull shot for 2. A little bit easy in this over for New South Wales, building nicely towards the total they require. Leg side makes it all the more easier. Final ball. Playing a miss. Brings she over to an end. It's an important over now for South Australia. New South Wales are well placed to take this game away from them. Need a big over here, a wicket or 2, and they're still in the game.
Yeah, a wicket or 2 will put them in a nice position to put that third pair from the get-go under a lot of pressure. You lose 5 or 10 runs in an over, and all of a sudden it's game on. Here's
Henderson Whitehead, her second over to this pair. She obviously bowled a really effective first one, so you don't see it that often. It's now on 3rd ball. You don't see it that often. What do you make of this move?
I think it's smart. She created a lot of opportunity. They're on 3rd ball now. If they can have this, they can take this wicket.
Oh, it's got to be out. Surely it is.
There it is.
Great bowling from Henderson Whitehead. Created another opportunity, and a captain there in the cover position in the front court makes no mistake. A direct hit, run out. That is exactly what South Australia needed. Here it is on replay.
Yeah, smart move by the captain. Creating that pressure in the front court. Got someone who can bowl 6 deliveries in the same spot. Plenty of pressure on the batters now.
Beaten again. Now kept a little low. Driven. There's a chance. Oh, Two batters at the... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The throw was just too wide. You had two batters at one end. And it needed the throw to be on target. Probably could have gone either way here. Probably made the right decision to go to the keeper.
Just needed to steady herself, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think there was just a little bit of panic all over the place there from the batters and from the fielders.
They get away with a run there too.
And they'll re-bowl it too.
Yeah, it was third ball. Lakeside and a run and the extra delivery. It's a chance again for Alana Gregory. It just doesn't go to hand. Despite the wicket, these two batters remaining calm. One ball remains. Oh, beaten again.
Wow.
Henderson Whitehead has bowled two fantastic overs to that pair. Finishes, I can't quite believe it, with figures of 1 for 3 off her 12 deliveries. Giving her side every chance that she could.
Yeah, brilliant last over. I think you'll still find that third pair coming in now. They need to consolidate 1 wicket in this first over, and it's going to be a lot harder to build on what they've got on that scoreboard right now. Any wicket at this point is going to pump those South Australians right up.
Grace Augustine, Tyra Cooper at the crease for New South Wales. Talia Keelock has the ball in hand. Here we go. Oh. That can't have missed by much.
This is the pair they need to take down. 4 of your best bowlers. You've got to attack the third pair and hope you can keep them in the negatives, really. Then that last pair, it's all up to them.
Oh, chance that had to hit. She's so good in that position, Alana Gregory.
She is quick, and unfortunately a few just haven't gone their way. There's been plenty of opportunity and it's being created, it's just not being finished, that's all.
Driven to the back court for 3 valuable runs for New South Wales.
It's a lovely shot.
They move to 53. Backward point for 1, and scores are level. Bit of a miracle needed now for South Australia.
Have you ever seen 2 pairs in the minus before?
Certainly have.
In a situation like this?
Yeah.
Can happen.
Absolutely. Straight back to the receiver. Correct call of no. It's a dot ball. Scores remain level. Last ball for Talia Keelock. It's behind square again. They get a single and they move ahead. I say for the first time and perhaps the only time. See if South Australia can take some much needed wickets to keep themselves in this game. But even though they've lost a couple, New South Wales, on the strength of chasing a low total, they've looked pretty calm about it. They haven't panicked. It's probably that one near run out there in that last over of the previous batting pair. But otherwise, they've looked pretty solid.
Yeah, they have. They've made some good decisions, some not so good decisions, but overall, they've chased pretty well so far.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was tight. A little flick there in the front court.
Interesting they're still running on that leg side, given there's 2 fielders there as well.
Yeah. Another good call from umpire Poles, and as that one is sent, just missed it live, folks, sent into the back court for 5 from Augustine. And well in front now are New South Wales. It's beaten everybody.
Again, I think they're just struggling with that control with the ball, the SA girls.
What do you put, you mentioned that's been the case sort of across all divisions in both the Opens and the Juniors. What do you put that down to? 3-year gap?
Not necessarily. I think a lot of the time it's got to do with the ball that's being used, the pace that it's being bowled at. Sometimes if you're a slower bowler and you're bowling with the seam, it's a lot harder to control a two-piece ball, and an indoor ball does generally swing a lot. So it's just that consistency, I think, and they stick with bowling with the seam rather than going cross or just jagging the seam a little bit. I don't think the 3-year break has much to do with it. We've seen so much skill over the last 2 weeks with the Opens, the 22s and now the juniors. So I think everyone's definitely missed it a lot, and it's so good to see all this skill on show right now.
Absolutely. And I've said a couple of times it's indoor cricket's a bit of a breeding ground for some superstars, not the least of which has included yourself. But young ladies, starting at indoor cricket, progressing through to either Opens at indoor cricket or maybe through to outdoor cricket and careers in the Big Bash or even the national side. We're looking at some future stars right here, right now.
Absolutely.
Single off that first ball from Sekavine. Still 2 on the legs. That's outside off. It'll be a dot. Oh, I tell you what.
That's close.
It is. Giving it 2. Tell you what makes that one interesting is the bouncing bat. We'll see on the replay here. My eyes were on the bat. I'm not totally sure if she hit the stumps cleanly, but you watch this bat. No, that's out.
She's out anyway. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, and that one's just short.
Another one that just didn't go to hand.
Yeah.
They've been very unlucky in this fielding inning so far, SA. There's been so many chances created, and they just have not gone to hand.
You think chance at the keeper's end? Oh, tell you what, a direct hit, that would have been out. They have to take some heart from that, you'd think, Sarah, because of course this is a double chance game. It's not the end of the tournament if South Australia do end up losing. Take some heart from the fact that they are creating those chances and know they can do the same in the prelim.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of teams do thrive off pressure situations. So knowing if they lose this game, they do have another chance, maybe gives them that hope for the second game anyway. So they might thrive under that pressure of the must-win game.
Keely Stone bowling the last over. This is the third pair. Starts full and wide outside of stump and is driven into the side net for 2. And another 2. And for New South Wales, if they're booking their spot in the final, this is as much a confidence thing for them as well. They know that they can, even though they're only chasing 54, they'll still be eager to put on 100 plus.
Absolutely. You always want to go out with a bang, and having that big score on the board will give them that confidence tomorrow going into that final, whoever they might play. So taking all that confidence into tomorrow's game for sure.
Driven, I don't know. Of course, the other thing is people are still playing for spots. So in both of these sides, the coaches have got to select 8 from their squads of 10 or 12. So individuals still need to put in strong performances to play in the next game that they'll each feature in.
Yeah, they do, and generally you don't really see a winning side change. So I would hate to be the SA coach in this situation.
Yeah. It's a good ball. Clearing the front foot there was Cooper. Missed it, beaten outside off.
I think she was trying to hit it back to Sydney.
The last ball now.
Yeah.
It's driven, kept off the net. the back net anyway, and it's 3 runs to finish the partnership, and New South Wales looking rock solid here. That's a 37-run third partnership. It's always the premiership quarter, that third pair really anchors the innings, and they've done a magnificent job, those two. Moved the side to 86 with 4 overs to come in the major semi-finals. Folks, it will be New South Wales first through to the final. Let's check in with the sudden death minor semi-final also taking place right now. It's a tight one. WA defending 89. Queenslander on 74 with 4 overs to come. That's available Cricket Australia Indoor YouTube channel. Otherwise, stay with us. Here's Sekafine, Grace Pooley and Chris Stathis at the crease for New South Wales.
Strong pair for New South Wales to finish off this game as well. Grace is backing up from playing in the Open, so she'd be a broken little human at the moment, but she definitely is not showing it.
Third ball straight away. Throws it right up there. It's got to be a chance, but they're going to get away with it.
I'm not sure why Grace was staying there. She knew it was third ball. She had to run.
Speaking of broken little bodies, it takes a while to get to her feet. One more game to get through.
Oh, well bowled. Well bowled.
Of course, the other thing here, winning this game for New South Wales means they'll get to rest. They'll get a much longer rest ahead of tomorrow's final. And with some players that have played 2 weeks' worth of indoor, valuable rest.
Yeah, oh no, that's gone straight past the back stumper.
4 runs.
Yeah, I've been told that Grace has been sleeping a lot in her downtime. Can't blame her. It is a big week for everyone, regardless of playing 2 or 1. It's a huge week for these kids.
There's a chance at the top, but probably needed a throw run, a flick, and it's a single to finish. 6 runs from the over, and 3 overs remain now in the match. Plenty more indoor cricket to come, folks. Coming up next, it is the 14 and under boys prelim final between Western Australia and Victoria on this channel. The live stream from Court 3 will have a game that you'll have a bit of an interest in, Sarah. The New South Wales WA prelim final for the under 15 girls. Sarah, of course, coaching that game. Get this over underway. And then later tonight, there's prelim finals for the 18 boys, the 16 boys, and the 18 girls, all coming to you live from Casey Stadium, so stick with us. Ella Williams continuing. Another single. Squeeze through for 2. The coach of this side, Tanya Bailey, been looking after junior sides for a long time for New South Wales.
She sure has, and she's done a great job with these girls. I just had her brother messaging me, actually. Scott Bailey is overseas at the moment covering the tests in Sri Lanka, living out his childhood dream.
Yes, seen him at plenty of indoor cricket tournaments too.
Yes, he's definitely been around, Scotty Bailey. I'm sure he misses it, but his little family has to come first now.
Yep. Well, that in media junkets to Sri Lanka.
That's right. Living his best journo life, isn't he?
Excellent. It's good to see. 1 to come in this over from Ella Williams. Throws it right up there. Well weighted. 2 runs to finish the over. Just a glance over at Court 3. Queensland look to have the edge. 89 to 86 halfway through the 14th over. 87 now, so they've got 15 balls left to get 3 runs. So WA be looking for a few wickets there. 2 overs remain now in this, the major semi-final, the 18 girls. Jasmine Earl will bowl the 15th over. One fielder on the offside, so plenty of room to fend that away for one.
It's really cool to see how many female spinners there are in indoor, particularly at the moment. You don't often see a lot of players using their feet to these spinners, so they actually are really effective.
Another 2 through the bat of Chris Stathis. 105 on the board now for New South Wales. They'll be very happy with their batting performance. Follow the strong performance with the ball and in the field.
Yeah, they've looked in control the entire time, which is great for them to take into tomorrow's final.
Snuck back in behind the legs of Pooley, and it will be third ball.
Be great to see Grace use her feet here. Any batter to use her feet against a spinner.
Yeah. She does, and walks out of her crease. And it's I cannot believe that New South Wales have gotten away with that.
They have gotten away with a lot this innings, and like I said, a lot of the chances have been unlucky towards SA, but some of them have just been genuine mistakes.
Yeah. Final ball of the over. And in the post-mortem of this game for New South Wales, do you think that they'll be focusing on some of those things? They've won the game, they've won it convincingly, but will Tanya Bailey and the Brains Trust be pointing out, look, we got away with some stuff there. We do need to be a bit more solid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they definitely will know that it's not their best performance that they put on the park. They've put the bowling and the batting together, but there's definitely room for improvement, and Tanya will 100% let them know that. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's said after the game, but I think they'll definitely be looking to take their performance next level tomorrow.
Final over the match is Lana Gregory. Ball not going to hand, so another 2 runs. It's game on court 3. The wicket falls, so 5 runs required from Queensland with 8 balls remaining. And available again on Cricket Australia's indoor YouTube channel. A little chance there again, another single. Those balls that just zing back off the net, just not go to anybody's hand, but another 2. 112 on the board for New South Wales. Oh, here's a chance, a direct hit. Finally one goes their way, South Australia.
That was pretty crisp. That was clean, that was sharp. Good fielding.
Probably a run they didn't need to take, and you know, for Tanya Bailey and the crew, that's something to point out going into the final. You hit that ball where you hit it, the call is no.
Yeah, definitely. And that's Grace's call to make. She can see that ball clearly. She could have said no straight away.
Dot ball and the final ball now in the major semi-final here in the under-18 girls division. And they'll take it out to finish. It's a comprehensive win for New South Wales, 107-54. And they take their place in tomorrow's grand final. For South Australia, they'll need to win the prelim to seek a rematch. But a comprehensive win for New South Wales. Bat, ball, in the field. Had it all, Sarah.
They did. They were very convincing and well controlled today. Still a few things that they could improve on, and I'm sure that they'll have a chat about that when they debrief the game, and they'll take a lot of today's momentum into tomorrow.
Absolutely. So a great win for New South Wales. Work to do for South Australia. Stick with us. Coming up next, it's the 14 boys prelim final, and over on court 3, the 15 girls prelim final, which I know you have to go and get ready for, Sarah. So best of luck to you for that, but thank you for your company.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for yours. For Sportscast Australia, Cricket Australia and the rest of the team, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U18. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out, but that'll do.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
Left indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is. He's entered the stats straight away.
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.